Hello friends, today we are going to discuss the second part of the corrosion protection methods. In the previous slide, we had discussed about proper design, selection of metals, modifying environment and inhibitors. And in this video, we will be learning about metallic and non-metallic coatings which are used to protect the corrosion. So first is protective metallic coating. Steel and iron, due to their comparatively low cost and availability, they are generally used in almost all construction processes. And the protection of these metals are done by separating it from the corrosive environment using different metallic coatings on it. These coatings can be made by the process like electroplating, spraying, hot dipping, etc. There can be two types of coatings, anodic metallic coatings and cathodic metallic coatings. Anodic metallic coating means the coatings are anodic to the metal. Cathodic metallic coatings means the coatings are cathodic to the metal that is being protected. Now let us discuss in detail the anodic metallic coatings. These coatings, I said, metals, the coating is anodic to the metal, base metal. For example, we have coating of zinc, aluminum and cadmium on the base metal. Steel is an example for the anodic metallic coating. Any breaks or pits occur in the anodic metallic coating, then the galvanic cell formation takes place. And so the anodic metallic coating corrodes sacrificially and the base metal will be protected. The rate of corrosion is also lower as compared with that of the area of anode is larger as compared with that of the exposed area. That is, as I said, the metallic coating is anodic in nature and metal is cathodic nature. So the anodic one will undergo corrosion, that is the coating, metallic coating, that is zinc, aluminum, cadmium, all those things, whatever we are using, that will undergo corrosion and that will save the main core metal, base metal, that is nothing but steel. The coating of zinc on iron is nothing but known as galvanization. So we can let us understand it by diagram. See, this is zinc coating and this is iron. Steel it is on the coating of zinc over this. Then what happens is, this is the coating which is anodic in nature and this is a base metal which is cathodic in nature. At anode, there will be oxidation reaction, that is zinc will lose its electron to form zinc 2 plus. And the exposed pair, for example, if there is any removal of layer, the surface, whatever, if there is a scratch or something like that, then the exposed part will be what? That is steel, that is nothing but iron, that is nothing but the cathodic in nature as compared with that of zinc. So the area of anode is more and the area of cathode is smaller, rate of corrosion will also be smaller, and this zinc will sacrifice itself to save the metal iron. This is known as galvanization. Next is cathodic metallic coating. In this coating, the coatings are cathodic to the base metal. For example, we can have coating of tin on iron, which you call it as tinning. The tin is cathodic to the metal, base metal, that is iron. So the coating tin is cathodic to iron means that the base metal, whatever we are going to save, is anode and the coating is cathode. So whenever there is a coating, the coating is safe. But if there is any scratch or cracks, then what happens is the exposed part, that exposed part is nothing but of base metal, which is anodic in nature and will increase the rate of corrosion. So the area of cathode is large here, and the exposed area of iron, that is a base metal, it is small. Such coatings are effective only when the coating is continuous and there should not be any breaks or pets or scratches. Let us understand it by diagram. See, here we are having tin coating. This is tin and this is iron, and it is cathodic. Tin coating is cathodic to the metal iron. So suppose whenever there is the coating, if there is no non-uniformity and if it is stable, until and unless if there is a coating, no problem. But if there is any scratch or any disturbances in the coating, then the exposed part, that is nothing but our iron, that is steel or iron, whatever we take, this is exposed and it is anodic in nature. Because the coating is cathodic, means the base metal is anodic in nature. The exposed part is anodic and it will have a lower area, so rate of reaction will be very high, whereas the cathode area is high, again it is larger as compared with that of the anode area. These conditions will increase the rate of corrosion, and so tin coating is so safe only when there is no irregularities. If there is no scratches, then the tin coating is safe. Otherwise, there may be problem with the base metal that will get corrode later on. Now, we have non-metallic coatings also. We are inorganic and organic, both we have. In inorganic coatings, what we do is generally it is applied to obtain corrosion resistance and smooth appearance to various appliances. For example, porcelain enamel coatings of household appliances, bathtubs, wash basin. These are non-metallic inorganic coatings. Examples for non-metallic inorganic coatings. In industry, for handling various chemicals, steel vessels lined with glass are also used due to inertness of the glass. Non-metallic coatings, the other non-metallic coatings is nothing but organic coatings. The organic coatings that we use are paints, enamels, varnishes, etc. The effectiveness of organic coating depend upon its continuity and permeability, as I said in the cathodic indicator. It is applicable only at places where the temperature is below 100 degrees centigrade, because above 100 degrees centigrade, the coating will get deteriorated. So the coatings need not have any corrosion resistance properties, but it may even act as mechanical barrier between the metal and the environment. Example is paints, zinc chromate, lead, and ferric oxide. Okay. Zinc chromate or red lead will act as powerful inhibitor, whereas ferric oxide can give the mechanical protection to the lining of steel pipe can be done with chemically resistant polymers like PVC, PTFE, polyethylene, polypropylene, etc. These also can be used as organic coating. That's all for today. We will continue with the next video.